A special date on the WNBA calendar. It's the Commissioner's Cup Final. With Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. A lot on the line in this one.
Well, the winner hoists a trophy tonight. They're the first champion of the season, and obviously the players are really motivated. A lot of prize money up for grabs.
And Brian, this is a final, so how much pressure is on these teams?
A lot. This isn't a series, it's a one-off. So I expect the intensity to rise up compared to what we're used to seeing in the regular season. I expect both teams to come out hot.
And guys, you have to admire the way these two teams play. They're all about ball movement.
I mean, you look at the stat sheet, look at the assist numbers these teams put up. There's not too much hero ball going on. They're unselfish.
Yeah, both sides are focused on working the ball around and generating the best shot possible. It's fun to watch.
Now here is Canada. Jones, she's covered by Hamby. Fades, and that one's good. Jones.
It looked pretty, but she doesn't need to use the fadeaway when she's that open.
Here's Jackson. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
Now here's Jackson. Launches it. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
There's no excuse for leaving a shooter like her open beyond the arc. None.
And looking at the Atlanta Dream, they haven't won a playoff series since 2018.
Yeah, Atlanta has struggled of late. But when you look at this current roster, they are very young and talented. Headlined by 2022 first overall pick, Ryan Howard.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Pass to Griner. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Hamby grabs the miss.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
To the inside. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. And the Sparks, another three.
A few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away.
It wouldn't surprise me with as good as they're looking at the moment.
Absolutely right, Brian. They're looking really strong.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Jones. Up again. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's some gritty work on the offensive glass. Coach has got to be happy.
Jackson outside. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
Great outside shooting is really fueling this run.
And the D's just getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down.
The Dream trail. And here's Canada. Gray outside. Jones. Here's Howard. And no good trying to use the glass. And it's the Sparks ball. Here's Jackson. And the Sparks, another three.
Starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, they're on a big run. I'd say this is the beginning of the end.
I'd say you're right.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Jones. Reiner, she's guarded by Stevens. Here's Canada. Jones inside. Hamby on her. Jones, no good.
Credit the D there. Got in her face, got her hands up, made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her. Didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Gray. Yes, and a nice assist from Brianna Jones.
Oh, nice size at the guard position at 6 feet. Gray with the ability to score down low.
Out to the left wing. Left side, Jackson. drills it from outside.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looked shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot threes these days.
Now here's Gray. Outside Canada. Howard. That doesn't fall either. She's missed her first 2 shots of the night. Jackson outside. The 3. And it's out of bounds. The Sparks able to retain possession here. The 3 is up. Sinks the three-pointer.
It's been a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. This is the start that coaches dream of.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
The first quarter concludes and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Sparks ahead. They lead by 12. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Starting up the second quarter, thanks for joining us for the Commissioner's Cup Championship game. Here's Jackson. Pass to Burrell. Jackson from outside the arc. That's in for her 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting night so far.
Oh, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner, because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Shoots the 3. Comes up short on her 12th attempt, and she's made 8 shots. Here's Howard. And that's good. A nice job on the glass, and they pick up the 2 on the second effort.
Few players make interior scoring look as effortless as Ryan Howard does. She has got just such a fluid offensive game.
Here's Jackson. The three-pointer is on target.
Last 5 makes, all 5 from long range.
And the defense hasn't pressed up to deny it. They're hanging back, and they're getting picked apart.
Pressure the ball, pressure something.
And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. Cameron Brink brings down the board.
She just hasn't looked right. She hasn't. And something is off with her mechanics, I think.
And you know, when Brink is on the floor, she adds multiple dimensions to this offense.
Her defense gets a lot of attention, but she does so much offensively. She's great in the post, she can spot up, and she's come a long way as a passer.
Outside Powers. Here's Reed. Over Sims. And off there, she misses her first shot of the game. Here's Jackson, using the post moves to get the 2 points.
They've been the hotter team in the first half so far, guys.
Well, they've been grinding, working for those high percentage shots, and it's been paying off for them.
And let's see if this success continues to go as we get longer into this game.
Here's Reed. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 4 on the clock. Howard. And again, unable to change momentum here.
It's been a bit of a struggle for her this quarter in terms of scoring the ball.
Powers brings the double team. Cameron Brink from the arc. Yes, great play by Odyssey Sims to set it up.
The defense really slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Bottom line is this. Those triples, they sure add up, don't they? They've got to make the adjustment.
Atlanta calls timeout. A difficult situation for Atlanta. Pass to Jones. Here's Reed, guarded by Jackson. Cameron Brink brings down the board.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. They're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Reed. Rebound by the Sparks.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They've played terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
Reed. Good, and Jordan Canada gets the assist.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Left side, Jackson. Pass to Jackson. Brink for 3. And the Sparks, another 3.
Three-pointers are killing them, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, you know, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
The pick by Jones. Outside Powers. And Plum gets the whistle that time. That's her first foul. Jones outside. Howard. The dream again can't hit.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench if she continues to shoot the ball like she has this quarter.
Plum, guarded by Canada. Here's Jackson. And the Sparks, another 3.
These defenders better start closing down their shooters.
Yeah, that's 2 straight from long range.
Outside Howard. Beyond the arc. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Sparks on top, running away with this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And it's the second half of the Commissioner's Cup Final. It'll be interesting to see if there were any adjustments made during the break. Now here's Plum. Jackson outside. Gray brings the double team. This one for 3. Pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Count that one.
Performing at such a high level. They've got her to thank for this lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
And the basket by Howard.
And even against stiff interior defense, Howard stays committed. She never even thought about giving up on the play.
Here's Jackson. The three-pointer off the mark. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. The pick by Jones. The 3 from Alicia Gray. The Sparks grab the miss. Jackson outside. From the arc. Canada grabs the board.
It just hasn't been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And the layup falls.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
For 3. And there's the call on Stevens. That's her first foul. Drills the three-pointer.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
Outside Canada. Pass to Jones. Gray. Back to Jones. It's stolen by Hamby. Fast break. Here come the Sparks. Jackson outside. The tray. Another three for the Sparks.
She's really pummeled these defenders today, no matter who has been on her.
Outside Canada. Outside Howard. The three. And a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
They're doing some work here in the second half. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Jackson outside. Lets the three fly. And the three ball is good.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Pass to Gray. Now here's Griner. Outside Howard. They get it again. Here's Jones. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball not only inside, but convert those opportunities.
No doubt what their offensive philosophy is today. Pound that ball inside.
I love it.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
Gray outside. Back to Canada. Pass to Howard. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Sparks. On the wing, Rakia Jackson. Back to Jackson. From downtown. The Sparks get it back. Plum. It's good from long range.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Pass to Griner. Canada. And here is Jones. She's covered by Hamby. Back to Canada. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Jones. No luck on that one. Good D by De'Erica Hamby. Jackson with the ball. And it's Jones picking her up from past the arc. And the Sparks, another three.
She just keeps on going. She's got more points than anybody out there.
Howard up top. Guarded by Jackson. Howard misses. And now Jackson. What an incredible scoring display she's put on tonight. With 2 seconds left.
And their shooting percentage continues to climb in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been in total sync since the break. A good team basketball, and it's resulted in high-quality shots.
Very good adjustments at the half.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Sparks on top, just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. It's the final quarter of the Commissioner's Cup, and a lot on the line. And Atlanta has possession. Pass to Canada. Outside Howard. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Cannon.
You know, it has been a rough night for her, but you can't falter on that try.
Doubled by Howard. There's the triple. Cannon, no good.
She's had an off game, but her team has been able to pick up the slack and get it done here today.
Double team on Jordan Canada. Pass to Howard. Fires from deep, and she's good on the 3-ball.
I mean, that's just too easy for Howard. Is the defense going to rush her off the three-point line, or is she going to make these all night long?
Here's Jackson. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
She's got a lot of firepower right now. What a half she's having.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth quarter of this one. Howard gets the bucket.
I love Howard's decision-making offensively, especially off the catch right there.
Jackson outside. Another one falls for the Sparks.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from her. She's been passing up on her shot a little bit more than usual. You know, even though she is hitting the ones that she takes.
Count that bucket.
Things are really clicking for Howard on the offensive end, and her team should keep feeding her when she's on a roll like this.
Pass to Cannon. Jackson. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth. And the 3 off target.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Jones right side. Back to Howard. There's the 3. Another shot. Reiner misses.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Here's Jackson. Off target with the 3. Atlanta with the ball. Outside Canada. Here's Jones. Here's Griner. It's rebounded by McDonald. Puts it up. Offensive board. Rink, the shot is good.
Coach has always told me that if you battle for offensive rebounds, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like she got there.
Pass to Jones. Reiner. Outside Canada. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Gray. Now Canada. Jones left side. And so it's the Sparks taking care of business in this one.